Hey there, and welcome to my channel, The Paper Bag Investor. Today I want to talk about Tesla's full self-driving and why I believe it will make them the most valuable company in the world. So let's get into it. So Tesla recently released their full self-driving beta software to a limited number of users in the United States, which I've been very excited about as a Tesla long-term shareholder because I really believe that full self-driving is going to be one of the biggest value drivers for Tesla as a company. And even full self-driving on its own, just that segment of the business will make by 2030, will make Tesla the most valuable company in the world. And so I really believe that right now Tesla stock is undervalued at the current price and is a very strong buy in my opinion. And before I go much further, I want to make a quick disclaimer that I am not a personal financial advisor. I'm a guy with a paper bag on his head who loves investing and thinking about the future. And if you love investing and thinking about the future, I encourage you, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, hit that thumbs up. It helps me out. But I encourage you to subscribe to my channel and become a better investor with me as my channel grows. Okay, so let's do a little bit of analysis on what Tesla's full self-driving robotaxi side of the business could be worth by 2030. Tesla's goal by 2030 is to sell 20 million vehicles a year. I did another video where Elon tweeted that they actually thought they might get the 20 million vehicles delivered a year sooner than 2030. But let's just assume that they get there by 2030. In all these steps of this analysis, I want to be a little bit to the conservative side. I want to try and be realistic to the aggressive goals that Tesla has and the incredible performance and track record they have. But in every step of the analysis, I want to try and fall slightly to the conservative side. So 2030 by 20 million vehicles a year by 2030, I think is not too optimistic. I really think it is possible. So if they go from 500,000 vehicles delivered this year to 20 million by 2030, then at the end of 2030, there would be a total of about 65 million Teslas built over that time. And we're going to assume that 25% of those vehicles that are made in the next 10 years are used as robotaxis. Of course, of all these vehicles, some are going to be used entirely as robotaxis, some are going to be used part-time as robotaxis, but we're going to kind of assume 25% are full-time, and that's everything. We're going to assume that the average robotaxi can do 100,000 miles per year, which works out to about 274 miles per day, and that's total miles driven. I think, again, is realistic given that they could drive basically 24/7 other than when they're charging and basically whenever there's demand for them. So again, 100,000 miles per year, and we're going to say 50,000 miles of those miles are billable miles per year. And if we say the average passenger rate is $1 per mile, then of course for that robotaxi you have $50,000 of revenue for the year. And then for the overall cost per mile of a robotaxi, I'm going to use some analysis done by ARK Invest that was done earlier this year in February 2020. And they are estimating that the overall cost for an autonomous vehicle is going to be 25 cents per mile, an electric autonomous vehicle. And this is so cheap because the cost of electric vehicles decreases. The cost per mile for electric vehicles decreases as the number of miles are driven on that vehicle, which of course, that's why robotaxis and electric vehicles are perfect mates. They go hand in hand, perfectly suited for one another because you can drive a lot of miles for a very inexpensive price. So again, if we take 25 cents per mile as the overall cost, and you're doing 100,000 miles per year of total miles, and you have $25,000 per year in costs, so the taxi generates about $50,000 in revenue, has $25,000 in cost, and overall it would have about $25,000 in profit per year. And what if we say $15,000 of that $25,000 goes to the robotaxi owner, whoever manages that, owns that vehicle, and then let's say $10,000 goes to Tesla as their take. Again, I'm trying to be conservative with a lot of these numbers, realistic, but maybe a little bit conservative. They probably could charge more than $1 per mile. Tesla could conceivably own a lot of the robotaxis and or take an even higher rate than the $10,000. But again, I'm just trying to pick realistic, but maybe a little bit conservative numbers. So now it's pretty easy to put it all together. We had 16 million robotaxis in operation in the year 2030. And if they're each making $10,000 a year for Tesla, that's $160 billion per year in Tesla's profits. And the thing about the robotaxis is there's something like in the order of 2 billion vehicles on the planet. So 20 million vehicles a year, there's going to take a long time before most vehicles are Teslas or are full self-driving Teslas. So they still have a lot of room for growth. So you can easily give them a PE ratio of 40, arguably even much higher than that at that point. It could still even be 100 or 200 probably, but we're going to give them, again, more conservative PE ratio, that multiple of 40, and you multiply 40 by 160 billion per year, and you get a market cap of $6.4 trillion, which is about 16 times the current market cap, and would give a share price of about $6,900 per share. And again, I want to really emphasize that these are somewhat conservative numbers. These are only the robotaxi numbers. This doesn't include the vehicle sales, maybe an upfront full self-driving cost that they're taking. It doesn't include energy storage, doesn't include solar, doesn't include maybe a home HVAC system, a supersonic jet, who knows. The point that I'm trying to make is that this is only a fraction of Tesla's overall business at that time. And a 40 PE, like I said, I think the market might even give them a higher multiple at that time, because really there's what I said, 16 million robotaxis in existence. There could be millions and millions more robotaxis that could be built. Or the Tesla software, self-driving software and hardware components could be licensed to other automakers to put in their cars, and Tesla would just take the lion's share of the profits. And of course, the main question is, can Tesla actually achieve full self-driving vehicles? Can anyone actually achieve that? I really think Tesla will achieve it. And that's why I've been posting so many full self-driving beta videos, because I think they're just amazing to see. I'm blown away by the progress of full self-driving beta, and I think it's going to rapidly improve. It might take time before regulators allow people to drive asleep in the vehicle or without anyone in the vehicle, but I think that day will come, and I really think Tesla's going to achieve it. And what I love about Tesla's full self-driving approach is that it's basically the same way that we humans drive. There's just vision and a brain that interprets what it's seeing and makes decisions for that. Along with that, it's also a system that can operate anywhere in the world, even a road that a Tesla has never been on before. A Tesla with this system could go drive on that road. This was something that Elon made a point of mentioning in the latest earnings call. Other systems like Waymo, that just released a system in Phoenix, a sort of actual consumer driverless system in a certain geofenced area of Phoenix, I really think has no chance of competing with Tesla, because their system is not a scalable system. Basically, they're taking a very linear approach to learning. They're basically just mapping out with detailed LiDAR HD maps done by LiDAR a whole certain area or system. And if that changes, construction happens, they have to update their maps. And if they want to go to a new city, new town, anywhere, they have to, again, slowly, linearly upgrade those maps. It's a very, very poorly thought through system for a long-term success. But what Tesla's doing is they're just trying to make a brain and eyes, 8 eyes on the car, that can function together just like we humans have 2 eyes and a brain, and can operate the vehicle effectively in any condition. So anyways, those are some thoughts on Tesla and why I think it's going to be the most valuable company in the world by 2030, just from its full self-driving part of the business, let alone all the rest of the business. I hope you found this helpful. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you found this valuable, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps my channel grow. So thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found this insightful and valuable. Cheers. Have a great day.